Hey everybody, it's Somni Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. In the last episode, we got up to the entrance to Dodongo's Cavern, and in this episode, what else are we gonna do but go right on inside. Now, the Deku Tree was kind of a warm-up dungeon in a lot of ways. This dungeon, though, is where they start actually getting a bit longer. So, yeah. This is going to be a little bit more work than last time, but... it looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. Yes, I know, Navi. I know. I have eyes. And skin that can sense temperature. I think. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, honestly, but... basically, the point is, if you fall into the lava pits, you will get hurt. So, don't fall into the lava pits. These platforms rise and fall kinda slowly, so you can just be sitting there waiting for a bit sometimes if you have a bad thing. What you want to do, these walls can be destroyed with bombs. And you want to do that because they hide things behind them, like this big chest, which leads to a bit of an interesting fact. This is the dungeon map. And if you look at the layout that they show on the actual map icon, like the 3D model that's floating over my hands right now, the map model shown on that for every dungeon in this game and in Majora's Mask, because it uses the same model, that is actually the map to Dodongo's Cavern. It's just a little hard to tell because it's kind of zoomed out. But that's kind of a nice little detail that don't see pointed out very often, and it's kind of nice that they actually used a proper dungeon map from the game for that model. I don't know, maybe that's just me that thinks that's pretty cool. But anyway, that's all that's over there on that side for now. So what we want to do is go over to the other side, because of course, when you're done with one side of a room, you go to the other side. It's just logic. More or less. That's just a gossip stone, which those don't really do much for us right now, but those things fire lasers at you. They can be annoying. You can bomb them to blow them up, or you could just avoid them, which is honestly sometimes easier to do. This room, these enemies are baby Dodongos, which I can tell you faster than Navi can. They blow up once you beat them, so you kind of want to get away. But you can also use that to your advantage, like so. Otherwise, you have to come back with actual bombs. But that's kind of a neat little thing. Also, this is the first room, I think, where you can really see it happen, but those geese, the bats, can fly through the torch in this room. And if they do, they will light on fire. And if they touch you then, while you have your wooden shield equipped, the wooden Deku shield will be burnt to a crisp and you won't be able to use it. So that's the main reason why you want this shield equipped, even though you don't really get much use out of it, is because you can't lose it. And even this sort of defending can be some use. Now, these statues, as weird as they are, you want to push them. Some of them you can push, others you cannot. Others will attack you, because that's just the fun of this game. But generally, the ones that you can push and the ones that you can that will attack you are the two types you can see. Also, between recording sessions, I quickly I switched my L targeting from switch to hold, which basically means in switch mode, you press the button and it targets you. You press it again, it either switches your target to somebody else or untargets you, depending on whether there are other enemies or things you can target in the area. Hold, just when you target something, you only target as long as you're holding down the L button. And I know a lot of people prefer it with switch, but I always like the hold better, because it gives me more control over when I'm targeting and when I'm not, because sometimes you don't want to be targeting. It's like, it can be... It can be kind of weird and counterintuitive sometimes, whether you're better targeting or not. Also, I haven't even mentioned it yet, but these are Lizalfos, or I believe that's what these ones are. There's also Dinophos, which you can get later, but these are basically a mini boss for this dungeon. They're lizard swordsmen who will make weird sounds and attack you, but they are not honestly that hard to beat. Honestly, there's more of a threat of accidentally walking off the ledges into the lava pits, which is what I did in the middle of that cutscene. That's fun. But anyway, now that that horrific incident of terror is over, how about some bomb flowers? Bomb flowers. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Do I ever know what I'm saying? Leave a comment if you think that I ever know what I'm saying, and leave a comment if you think that I don't. And leave a comment in any other case, because I appreciate comments. I really do. Anyway. These are the non-baby Dodongos. They will breathe fire at you. They will also blow up when you kill them. What you need to do is get behind them, hit their tails. Fortunately, they are kind of slow. They are, yeah, it's kind of weird, but they're honestly not that difficult to beat. When they turn around that quickly, their tail can kind of whip at you, depending on what you're doing, but it's not that hard to avoid. I say that, but I probably will get hit by it at some point. So that's just how things work. You say that it's not a problem, and then you suddenly have way more trouble with it than you ever have in your life. So, it's just really kind of spin around them a few times, and yeah. But there's a gate. There's a barred door at the end of the room. You want to be able to open that. And again, sticks. You want to let me try this again, because you want to know where all of the torches are. Generally, when there's torches in a room, you want to light them somehow. Okay, yeah. I need to think of something more interesting to say. Also, you do not want to walk off this ledge without pressing the switch, because pressing the switch is how you open that door on the other side of the room. Other side of the room, other side of the door. Door, the door, door, the door, door, door. Anyhow. But, oh, this room. This is probably one of the most iconic rooms of the early parts of the game. And I'm not going to tell you why until I actually do it, because, well, first things first, I'm going into this room here. Because side rooms that generally have, like, dead-end stuff, you want to do as soon as you possibly can. I'm just gonna throw a bomb flower into the middle of these statues because, yeah, this one is actually alive. And what you need to do is, hey, statue. I need to hit you. Okay, seriously. Stack it. Okay, that worked. If you catch it in the blast radius of a bomb, they will go berserk, spin around a while, chase you, and then explode. Basically, that's your introduction to these statues. They can only be damaged by bombs, I believe. Which can be kind of a pain when you don't have bombs of your own to equip, but for beating this one, you get the compass. Getting the compass is good. Not really necessary, but good. But anyway, this room. What you want to do is you see all these bombs in a row. And there's this little gap. Navi is trying to tell me the solution there, but what you want to do is drop a bomb flower in the middle of that gap. And then it's going to blow all of them up in a chain. And that sends these stairs sinking down into the floor. It's actually really cool. No, that's the reason why it's a pretty iconic room. It's just because it's like very cinematic and simple but clever puzzle, which is pretty suitable for early game. Just really sells what this game was aiming for and what it was able to do. Honestly, I really like that. Red rupee, dang, that's good. Yes. Can the speak, son. I need to speak. I am having a hard time speaking because I am just going straight through this dungeon. Oh yeah, here you have fire keys that are actually like that from the start in the room, and they can dive bomb you and just generally be annoying. Also, their fire will go out if they touch you, so you can kind of take advantage of that, I guess, but what you really want to do is just not get set on fire in the first place. That's kind of a good advice for just anything in life, really. Not getting set on fire is good advice. Slingshot will come in handy. Getting those 2 slingshot upgrades, bullet seed capacity upgrades, also really handy early on. And this room is kind of weird. Basically, Navi's saying it's like there are things around the corner in these narrow paths. L targeting can always look in the proper direction. Yeah, it sure is useful. It's basically she's talking about the sliding trap things that you can get hit by. There's a chest here. I forget what's in here. Okay, 20 rupees. Yeah, red rupee. Nice. Now this room can be a little annoying because you want to throw this bomb and have it either land up on that little lip there, which is trickier than it looks, or throw it with just the right timing so that it explodes right next to the wall. Oh! And I say it's trickier than it looks, but then I managed to get it up onto that lip right away. Well, okay. But, anyway. I don't know. This dungeon has always just been kind of interesting to me. It's not really ever listed as one of the better dungeons in the game, but it is a pretty good early game dungeon to follow up Deku Tree. Deku Tree is a very good tutorial dungeon. This one is very, it has a flow to it. And it's still not that much longer. It's just a little bit longer. These Lizalfos are kind of annoying because they will switch off which one is attacking and which one is running away. Yeah. Right. But only one will attack you at once. And the other one that will run away is always kind of... But yeah, it's... This isn't really that hard of a fight. They're just kind of annoying because it's like, I want to kill you. And then the other one just comes in and says, oh hey. At least, it's not... It could be a lot more annoying if they were playing unfair and fighting you 2-on-1 rather than waiting for you to do it. Also, one thing that's kind of silly, but fun, this little ledge here. Yeah, this is the room where you fought the ones before. And you can kind of walk out onto the little column in the middle. I always thought that was a really cool little detail, like that the rooms are connected. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Again, there's just a lot of really cool details that I don't really think about too often. But anyway, this room, a little trickier. You gotta hit that little switch, and then over here, there's another switch. It's a nice flow. It's like the last time you did a room like this, it was very obvious. And this time, they threw in a little tiny wrinkle into it, but not one that's totally unobvious. And here is an item that we really want. It's a bomb bag. This bomb-holding bag is made from a Dodongo's stomach. That's lovely. Now you found 20 bombs inside, which, yeah. I mean, I guess it's still just leather, but weird. Anyway, you could go in there and open that wall, but what you want to do first, actually, and this is kind of easy to mess up. What you want to do is hit this switch. And that actually makes it so you can get back to this floor from the entrance. And now this way you can, because if you drop down to this ledge, you can't climb back up. You just have to go back you have to go back around. But no. Yeah, see, this is kind of a button setup I like. Ocarina on left C, seeds on slingshot on C down, bombs on C right. It just works. Who am I, Todd Howard? Or in the case of Fallout 76, it just doesn't work. Well, okay, it works generally, but then there's bugs where it deletes itself from your computer. That's a whole other matter. I don't really need to be talking about that because I don't really play those games. Although, as a West Virginian, I feel legally obligated to be somewhat excited for Fallout 76, even if it's not my typical kind of game. But yeah. See, that platform rises all the way up now. So now, also now that we have bombs, we can blow up these enemies. And they also drop bombs now that we have bombs. So that's cool. Bombs. Yes. Yeah, bombs are like the main item from this temple, and as a matter of fact, with that switch on, the moving platform goes higher. Now you can quickly reach the second floor. Yes, I already explained that, and I just literally just did that. Okay. Ugh. Now, there's a plaque over there that I probably should have read. This puzzle is very simple and well known. You drop a bomb into each of the eyes of this giant dead Dodongo is literally what the plaque calls it. And when you make both eyes turn red by having a bomb explode inside them, not sure entirely how that works, the mouth opens and you can go inside to get to the end of the dungeon. Yes, we are almost done. I did tell you it was shorter, but it's shorter. No, I said it was longer. This chest is a blue rupee. If you don't have a Deku shield anymore because yours got burnt up, that will be a free Deku shield. Just a little pro tip. But I didn't have mine burn up, and I don't really plan on having it burn up. So, in that case, we can go on. This episode is probably going to be a little tiny bit longer because, again, we're almost at the end, but I want to just finish up the dungeon. Actually, there is one or two more things we can do, but we can't do them quite yet. And one we can do right now, we'd have to go out of the dungeon to do. So I don't feel like bothering with that yet. So let's kind of go into this last little room stretch. Ugh. I am just having trouble speaking right now. Anyway, this room has always kind of struck me as a little bit weird and like honestly, it doesn't really fit with the flow of the rest of the dungeon. It almost might have been better off if the boss room was right inside the mouth of the Dodongo. That would have been a bit more climactic to me, I guess. I don't know. I guess they wanted a few more rooms here to really kind of sell it. There is a sculpture right behind this statue. Fortunately, it is not a statue that will attack you, so you can just get the sculptula, go, and we are just about done. Man, the dungeon is not that long, but I still feel like I went through it faster than I was expecting to. But it's never that long of a dungeon. You can also push this block to get back up here a little bit more quickly, but yeah, it's not really necessary. Hey. Okay. Oh, there's a fairy. You can catch that in a bottle if you have an empty one. I don't really mind not having an empty one, because they're kind of nice, but they're overpowered for this part of the game, and you don't really need them anyway. Because, yeah. Anyway, push this block. And this is going to take a little while, so what basically we want to do is push this block into this pit so you can press down a switch so that you can go in and fight the boss. It really is like about the easiest puzzle they could have put for this. And then, honestly, it kind of, again, maybe I didn't really think about it at all before this. It was just while I was playing and thinking of something to commentate about. But it really does strike me that these last few rooms of this dungeon are just superfluous in a way. It's like it doesn't really fit the flow or the anything. It just feels like it serves to make it just a little tiny bit longer, when it didn't really need to be a little tiny bit longer. Get away. Okay, drop the heart. I'm good. Now when you push this in, it presses the switch, and if you jump in and press the switch yourself and climb back out, the switch will be unpressed. Yeah. It is. If you open this chest, there's bombs. Yeah, I just said that, but it just tells you, just in case you don't have any bombs, because you need one to do this. And then drop down and get ready for probably one of the easiest boss fights in the game, if not the absolute easiest. To a lot of people, anyway. Goma is also pretty easy. But man, that camera angle is kind of nice, though. And Infernal Dinosaur, King Dodongo. Queen Goma, King Dodongo. What? We're gonna have a prince next. Okay. Anyway. Basically, he rolls around, breathes in. Whenever he breathes in. Okay. Seriously. Okay. I am kind of messing this up, but anyway. You wanna throw a bomb in his mouth when he opens his mouth. Punch your sword. Jump attack. Jump away. And then either go into the edge or in the corner. Oh, I guess he can't hit you in the corner, but even then, it doesn't really do much damage. Wait for him to unroll. This. Oh, I took out the bomb too early. That's like... But yeah, 3 jump attacks, and he's done. That took less than 2 minutes. It's kind of an underwhelming boss fight, but it has awesome music that's different from most of the other boss fights in the game. It's kind of weird. It's like this boss fight and one other have a unique boss theme compared to the other normal bosses. And yet, it's kind of pathetically easy. Anyway, for that, we will get a heart container, and honestly, I will leave the dungeon now. I was going to wait to decide and see if I was going to end the episode here, but the cutscene isn't that long. I'll just end it after the cutscene. Because we want some closure to this, don't we? Bonk. Okay there, Darunia. Just jump down and land on me. Well done. Oh, he doesn't know his own strength, apparently. Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from the Dodongo's Cavern until our stomachs burst. Please don't do that. I don't want my next bomb bag to be made of your stomach. Okay? What a wild adventure. It will make an incredible story. Can't believe that the Dodongos suddenly appeared in such great numbers. And that big rock-blocking cave. All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief, Ganondorf. Wow, you calling him a thief just because he's a Gerudo? Well, okay, the Gerudo are genuinely a race of thieves, which... kind of questionable, but I guess that's what you do when you live out in the desert. Apparently. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop thinking about the implications of what they meant by that. He said, "Give me the spiritual stone, only then will I open the cave for you." You, on the other hand, risked your life for us. Kid, I like you. How's about you and I become sworn brothers? No, there's no big ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship. Okay. And it took that long to get up. Because, okay. And with that, we now have 2 of the 3 spiritual stones. This one always looked really cool to me. I mean, they all look really cool, honestly, but this one, I don't know. Obtained a Goron's Ruby, spiritual stone of fire, passed down by the Gorons. You don't know what he means by sworn brothers, but you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You have 1 more to find. Yeah. We're just a kid. We don't really know what's going on with things. Brother, you'll keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? You should go see the Great Fairy on the top of Death Mountain. She will power you up. Hey, everybody. Let's see off our brother. Oh, boy, I'm not sure what's going on here. You did great. How about a big Goron hug, brother? I love how he's just so terrified of that. He just runs off. And then they're just gone. Well, except for that one who's just always there. But anyway, that will be it for this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the next episode, we'll climb up the mountain, like Darunia suggested we do. So, this has been Somnior's Patroy Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate in the comments below. Tell me what you think I did right, wrong, everything. And next time, we're climbing Death Mountain. May the good elephant guide your way. No, Darunia is not the good elephant.